Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you already knew me, hi, welcome back. If you don't, my name is Mona and I'm a grade 12 STEM student from Notre Dame of Ajangas University. In this video, I will be showing you how to easily make kimchi at home. So before I'm actually going to show you guys how to make kimchi, I'm going to share to you guys what is food fermentation. So food fermentation is the process that utilizes the growth and metabolic activity of microorganisms for the stabilization and transformation of food materials. This is the conversion of carbohydrates to alcohol or organic acids using microorganisms, yeast or bacteria, under anaerobic conditions. Lactobacillus is the good bacteria that is responsible for the products formed because of fermentation. Notable acid-tolerant bacteria, including the lactobacillus, plays an important role in the fermentation of dairy and vegetable products. Glucose is being metabolized by a process known as anaerobic glycolysis, which is then converted into lactic acid. Fermented foods are rich in probiotic bacteria, so by consuming fermented foods, you are adding beneficial bacteria and enzymes to your overall intestinal flora, increasing the health of your gut microbiome, digestive system, and enhancing the immune system. Did you know that fermentation also has its uses in cell biology? Your muscles are forced to work without enough oxygen. In these situations, your working muscles generate ATP anaerobically using a process called fermentation. Fermentation is beneficial in that it can generate ATP quickly for working muscle cells when oxygen is scarce. Now that you know what fermentation is, let's go make some kimchi. Let's go! These are all the ingredients that we are going to need. We are going to need 2 peeled ginger, 1 peeled pear, 6 cloves of garlic, paprika powder, some oyster sauce, our salt, some green onions, and of course we can't forget the cabbage. So first of all, we are going to slice our vegetables. So just a little disclaimer, please be careful in handling the knife, or if possible, use a bigger one specifically to chop the cabbage, because in the clip I was using a dull one and as you can see, your girl was struggling. After that, put the cabbage into a big bowl. What we are going to do next is we are going to heavily salt the cabbage, and I mean heavily. Just look at the amount of salt I'm putting. Now, the reason for this is to take out all the excess moisture stored in the cabbage. And don't worry, you're gonna rinse all of it off later, so don't be shy with your salt. Don't be shy, put some more. Now the next step is to massage the cabbage. Bruise that cabbage up. This is done so that we can squeeze all the excess moisture out. You will begin to see water come out of the cabbage. Don't worry, that is totally normal, it's meant to do this. After you wring out the excess water, let it sit for 30 minutes up to an hour. I let mine sit for an hour. Now it's time to chop the rest of the vegetables. The length of the chopped green onions should be at least ½ inch. For the carrots, chop them in thin long slices. In this clip, I'm not really chopping them thinly, but it's okay, I'm still gonna eat them anyway. So if you already didn't know, Kimchi is a traditional Korean dish whose components can vary but usually include some combinations of vegetables, garlic, ginger, chili peppers, salt, and fish sauce. The mix is pickled and fermented, which was originally a way to preserve the vegetables for the winter months. Cabbage is the most common vegetable used to make kimchi, although carrots, radish, cucumber, and scallions are also frequently used too. Now it's time to chop the daikon or radish. For this, you can chop them in any shape, but I did mine in square and stubby pieces. Now it's time to make the paste of the kimchi. Now, if you don't have a food processor, you can use a blender. First, I chopped the pear into tiny pieces. Then, I peeled the cloves of garlic and put them in the blender. I then sliced the 2 ginger into small pieces and put them in the blender. I then put the oyster sauce. I was supposed to put fish sauce in this, but I couldn't find any earlier, so oyster sauce is just an alternative. Now it's time to blend it. I thought everything would go smoothly, but then something happened.
Lo. Dili niya ma-blend.
But eventually, I figured out a solution by compressing the vegetables together. So, problem solved! So it has been officially an hour and my cabbage is ready to be washed. Now, in this part, you need to make sure that you properly wash it because if not, it's going to be really salty. So, make sure that most of the salt is gone. If you're still not sure if it's too salty or not, don't be afraid to taste it. Now that I have my kimchi paste, it's time to mix in the gochujang sauce. I didn't film it on camera, but I have used a strainer to get all the water out of the kimchi paste. Now it's up to you on how much you want, but for me, I used half a tablespoon because I absolutely cannot handle super spicy food. And then it's time to put 1 tablespoon of paprika. Now, this is just another alternative for Korean chili flakes because I couldn't find any earlier, so I had to use this. Now it's finally time to mix all the ingredients together. In the same bowl, mix the cabbage, paste, and other vegetables together. You can use a utensil or your hands to do this. And now we're done! And now we're finally done, guys. Look at that beauty. Look at the hard work that we've done. All that's left for us to do is to put the kimchi on a mason or glass jar. As you can see, I'm using a spoon to compress the vegetables together. Why am I doing this? Well, that's so I get rid of all the air bubbles and for the rest of the vegetables to get submerged into the juices. This is done for it to ferment properly. In closing the lid, make sure that it's not closed all the way so that excess gases can escape out of the jar. Now, on day 1, I've noticed that there was a formation of some kind of oily substance. There were also air bubbles forming again, so I opened the lid and compressed it again with the spoon. Now, for the rest of the days, nothing really major happened. I was actually expecting the kimchi to form some kind of mold substance because, I don't know, maybe I made some kind of mistake, but I guess I didn't. Because there weren't any molds when I opened it on day 6. So, congratulations me, it was a successful cooking session.
Hey guys, so it has been 6 days and we finally have our kimchi! So it's finally ready to eat. And So now I'm going to take one plate of this and I'm going to describe to you what it tastes like, what the color is, and just generally describe all of it. So let me go take one plate of this, guys. So hold on, don't click away. Okay, so I have my plate here. So you can see, it's like it smells very gingery, you know. It smells very spicy. I can really smell the ginger in here, and the color of this is it's very brown, you know. I'm sorry for the background noise. That's just my birds, but it's like very brownish orangey. So let me go taste that. Okay, you know, guys, I'm low-key scared to taste it because I'm not an expert in cooking, and this is probably going to taste bad, but I'm gonna do this for the grade. I'm gonna do this for you guys. So 1, 2, 3. That's very interesting. It's a very interesting taste. Whoa! Oh wow! It's spicy. It's spicy. I can tell you that. But the taste is kind of. Wait long. Let me taste it again because I can't describe what I'm tasting right now. Actually, you know what? The taste is not that bad. I was actually expecting myself to puke in front of the camera. But you know what? It's not that bad. The taste is kind of sour, but like it's not that sour, you know? I'm a bit confused because it kind of tastes like there's tomatoes in it, but I didn't put any tomatoes. So it just tastes sour. Actually, no, it's kind of good, you know. I can see myself eating this. Let me try it one more time, guys. It's not that bad. I guess I'm a professional cook, that's all. So that's that. Let me take one scoop of this so that you guys can try it. Here, say ah! I can also taste the ginger in this. The ginger is very strong. You know, the ginger is very strong, and the saltiness of the cabbage can't be distinguished anymore. So it's just like plain kimchi. To achieve the maximum freshness, you can keep this in the refrigerator and you can still eat this for up to 3 months. It's not going to go bad, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope all of you have learned something new in this video, and if you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!